Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed and your continued support. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Today thought I would break out something super special just because it's funny. So I think we all need a good laugh. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do a pick a style reading with bibliomancy, and I figured this book is perfect for this. All right, so the book is called The Trenton Pickle Ordinance and Other Bonehead Legislation by Dick Hyman. This is a super old book, and I don't know how one of my aunts found enough copies to pass around, but she did. Apparently, it was, you know, impossible to find, and it's absolutely funny. And it's an old book, so I do have to be careful with it, because who knows if you can find it again. All right, so I'll read you the little inscription she had right here that she did with for everybody that she passed around. Let's see. All right. In celebration of my cousins carrying the torch of the hoary practice, hoary, Hoary, of law into the next generation, I have ordered several copies of the above-named book, which a friend presented to me when I was admitted to law school, documenting a number of bizarre laws on the books of these 50 United States at the time the book was published, and may still be. The book is no longer in print, so I shall distribute what copies I can scare up. You can then confirm that illogic has never hampered the law. For example, in Fort Madison, Iowa, the fire department is required to, quote, practice firefighting for 15 minutes before attending a fire, unquote. Nor has the law always proved astute in anticipating how newfangled notions will impact life going forward. For example, in Nebraska, quote, a motorist must send up a warning red rockets and Roman candles at night when he approaches a horse. He must throw a scenic tarpaulin over his car to conceal it from the horse. Also, he must take his machine apart and hide the parts of the grass if the tarpaulin doesn't soothe the horse, unquote. It is comforting to know that no matter is too menial to escape the notice of the law. The title of the book refers to a law once adopted in Trenton, New Jersey, which forbade anyone from throwing rotten pickles, apparently a serious concern at the time, into the street. So she goes on to more personal stuff. New Yorkers will take comfort that there is a law, quote, forbidding blind men from driving automobiles, unquote. It is also important to note that in New York City, all whiskers worn by Santa Clauses must be fireproof. One should also be aware that, quote, you can't shoot rabbits from the rear of a 3rd Avenue streetcar when the car is in motion, unquote. You will be relieved to discover that a New York court held that, quote, a strong desire to marry on the part of a man is not prima facie evidence of insanity, unquote. And to further illustrate the sophistication of the New York courts, a court held that, quote, a railway company which negligently throws a passenger from a crowded car on a trestle is held liable for injury to a relative who, in going to his rescue, falls through the trestle, unquote. So this is a fun book. It should crack you up and have you ask all the questions as to how these laws came to be. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to use the Kipper just to kind of identify the page numbers, okay? And I'll read whatever sections there are, because not every section has a lot of them, but they're still funny. And they're just all categorized by type of law, right? Okay. So go ahead and focus on the 3 cards ahead of you. And if any of the face value of the card strikes any confirmation for you at this time, awesome. I'll go ahead and timestamp down below in the description box. And I will start at 5 minutes. All right. If you've chosen card A, you have 18. So we'll look at page 18. And a child. A child also indicates a new beginning, too, as well. Fresh starts, things that are small, tiny, just beginning out. I'm going to try and be very careful with this book. Page 18. We'll see what laws are on the books here. All right. All right, here we go. Bears. A whole category on bears. Here we go. Missouri law says it's illegal to carry an uncaged bear down a highway. In Virginia, it is against the law to drive or lead an unconfined bear along the street. It is against Youngstown, Ohio law to keep a bear without a license. Alaska says you cannot disturb a grizzly bear to take its picture. It is unlawful in Maine to exhibit bears unless you are an authorized menagerie. We'll go ahead and read the next two categories as well because they're short. The category about bees. Michigan state law regulates the transportation of bees. I should hope. In Lawrence, Kansas, you can't carry bees around in your hat on city streets. I have all the questions on that one. How? Under what circumstance? Okay, never mind. Bicycles. Next category. It is illegal for anyone to ride his or her bicycle backwards on the main streets of Forgan, Oklahoma. In Santa Ana, California, it is unlawful to pass a fire truck while riding a bicycle. All right, guys, we'll stop there. At 7:05, if you chose card B, let me write down the timestamp. We're going to be working on page 22. 22 breaks down to 4 if that means anything for you. You have the official person. That could be legal, pretty much any official person, or official circumstance, someone that takes charge. All right. We're going to start with buffalo, the animal. It's a short category. We'll also read buses, cabbage, calendar art, and camels. They're all short categories. All right, buffalo. Newton, Kansas forbids the driving of buffalo through the streets. Under the category of buses, in Bristol, Connecticut, anyone found riding on a bus is fined $20. Anyone riding inside a bus is fined $50 or more. Florida has a law prohibiting the transportation of livestock on school buses. Apparently that was a problem, right? Maybe they had no transport. They needed to improvise. Okay. Cabbage. In Ocean City, New Jersey, a law forbids the sale of cabbage on the Sabbath. Calendar art category. In Texas, ladies on calendars hanging in public saloons must be decently clad. Camels. In Galveston, Texas, it makes it illegal for camels to wander unattended in the streets. It is against the law to drive a camel on the public highways of Nevada. There you go, guys. All right. At 9:03, if you chose C, you have number 29, page 29. Imprisonment. Could be mental, could be physical, could be spiritual. 9:03, timestamp. All right, here we go. Page 29. 29 also breaks down to an 11, a master number, which breaks down to a 2. 29. Let's see how many categories we can read for you guys. A lot. This is going to be fun. All right. I'm going to start with the category of about confetti. San Francisco has an ordinance banning picking up used confetti to throw again. Cookie jars. In Joliet, Illinois, it is against the law to put cake in a cookie jar. Apparently a rampant problem. Cooks. There is a state law in Florida that forbids you to hire away your neighbor's cook. Aw, buzzkill. Cornflakes. It is against the law to sell cornflakes on Sunday in Columbus, Ohio. A whole category about corsets. An Iowa law states that women are not allowed to wear corsets. When this law was first passed years ago, men were appointed as corset inspectors. Their duty was to poke women in the ribs to see if they were wearing corsets. Wow, that seems a little obscene. And just generally not nice. Okay. In Norfolk, Virginia, a girl cannot attend a public dance without wearing a corset. The category of costumes. It is a criminal offense in Massachusetts to wear a costume while collecting a debt. Okay. There you go, guys. Just a little fun with the Trenton Pickle Ordinance and other bonehead legislation by Dick Hyman. If you like this, we could do this again later. Just thought we'd give you all a great laugh. Humor happens to be the healing polarity of frustration. So if you're feeling frustrated, then you feel better now. You're welcome. Bye.